Alright guys, I'm excited to tell you about this new project. So we have decided to completely rewrite our current flight controller software. We're making a whole new software. Myself, my son Preston have been working on this. We're getting a little help from John Schizo. We're going it all from scratch. The reason being is that our current flight control software uses something called HAL. And what HAL does is it stands for Hardware Extraction Layer. And it basically is a software library system that sits between the flight controller and our actual software. So what this makes it supposedly easy to do is we can write the software for one processor and it should run the same on all their processors, and it does the middle work. Betaflight uses something called standard peripheral in the most part, which is something similar, but it's a little faster version. But they started adding HAL support because that's the only way to do F7 processors. F7 processors, when we created this, was our goal as well, which is why we started with HAL. But we realized that F7 processors, they simply didn't make any sense. Because basically they were maybe 20% faster, but they were a lot more expensive. They didn't give us a lot of benefits, and we're running at like 40% CPU anyways at 32 kilohertz, so it didn't make sense for us to go that route. So using HAL at this point just makes no sense when we can actually go low level. So we're basically triggering registers ourselves using no libraries at all, and by doing that then we can actually control every little element. And when we're doing that, we're going to get the fastest speed possible, and that's really our goal, because the faster we get the data, the faster we process the data, the better the quad's going to fly. And that's kind of the secret of one of the secrets of how we fly so well. At the same time, while we're doing this, we're going to do everything from scratch. We're going to use everything we've learned over the years to make the best flight control software possible. So a lot of the things we're doing one way, we're not going to do it that way anymore. And a lot of the features that are missing, we can plan them from the beginning to make them easy to implement. To give you an example, we put 3 protocols in for the radio in like not even a day's time, because it's written from the ground up to be doing that. So we've been testing this on our line of sight quad. We've been doing some line of sight tests. We've been basically cramming all the stuff we need in there, and we finally to the point where we can easily put configs on different quads and we can fly. We have a secret test group. There was a thread in our FlightOne group for anyone that's interested in being a tester. But basically we're going to start rolling out this to testers today, and we're going to do a flight first of it, as you're going to see in this video. Now, this should fly better, and what's great about this too, you know, we talked about F7 and everyone's like, when are we getting to F7? We're not. But we are working on our own custom processor. This processor is 2.5 times what we're using now, the speed. However, it's not much more expensive like an F7, so it'll have all the benefits of a faster processor. And a faster processor, like I said at the beginning of this video, is not something we need right now because we're only at 40% CPU. However, modes like Whisper, we're doing in such a way where we can do it on our current CPU, but if I had a faster CPU, I could do a lot more math and do a lot more cool things with it. The other things, there's some filters, like, you know, you guys want a notch filter. Doing a notch filter at 32 kilohertz is prohibitively too expensive on the CPU power, but maybe the faster processor, we could do things like that. Although I don't necessarily know if that filter's a good idea, but the point is we can use the faster speed to do even more creative filtering. The predictive filter actually is faster than our other filters and does prediction. But hey, maybe by having a faster CPU, we can do a lot more stuff, we can get a lot more data, and we can add more elements to the predictive filter to make it work even better. So this is a completely new flight control software. We're code naming it Falco. It should be the best flight control software we've ever experienced, and hopefully this flight test will show it. Now keep in mind, this is the first time we've ever even FPV'd this software in this upcoming video. It's like 1:30 p.m. right now. I'm still in my pajamas because we were up so late the night before getting everything working, and the sun's finally up today, so we can do a great test. Alright guys, here's the moment. You can see we're still in our pajamas. Don't even have shoes on. Been working so hard on this stuff. It is, let's see. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 1:36 p.m. I haven't been sleeping much, trying to get this working. Alrighty, so we're testing. This is the first flight on this Preston's quad. See if we can see some GoPro video of it. It looks okay. Alright, so we're going to go in, get a GoPro on this sucker since it's obviously flying. Let's see what the footage looks like. Alright guys, while we were flying the first video, we realized we actually enabled whisper mode, but we never put the code in. So this next video, we went back in and enabled whisper mode. So here is the change. We also were using my tune in the first video, which is the tune I was using on my current quad. We're switching to the new Blackbird tune in this video, so let's see what the difference is.